Good evening and welcome to the final week of BIPL. I am joined today by Padster on my left. This side. Nope,
No,
that side.
there you
This
go.
side. My right. There we go. Got there in the end. How are you doing today?
Yeah, not too bad. Really looking forward to the final matches we got here. It's been a short season of BIPL. I was ready to say, we've seen how it's evolved over 5 weeks. We haven't this time round, but I still think we've got some really interesting matches. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. So first off, we're going to be jumping into some Div 1 action. A little bit of I guess, kind of a I don't want to say it doesn't mean much, but there's no title at stake, and I believe two of the players are already demoted. I believe MatP currently sat in 16th. Babz not too far ahead of him. So I suppose it's just Jaffa and Leo fighting things out for higher spots in the table. But after that, we will
Yeah,
be
I
jumping
think
into Div 2 decider.
I haven't done the complete maps. I will bring up the table now.
Ah,
Uh, I haven't done the full maths behind it, but I feel like with a really good performance here from either Babz or MatP, they could try and rescue themselves, but it's going to be a big week for them.
I think they would have to pick up a lot of fastest lap points.
Yeah,
But
they're going to need
I
a
think
really good little run
mathematically
here.
it might be possible. They would have to rely on some interesting results in some of the other games.
For sure.
Um,
It's definitely going to be
but
tricky.
yeah, definitely. So, what are your predictions for this game? I mean, Leo and Jaffa sat in eighth and ninth currently. Are they going to be your 1 and 2 in this game as well?
Yeah, I think that if you look at the scoreboard, Jaffa and Leo are, well, next to each other in 8th and ninth. Well, Babz and Matty are equal on 13th. So
Yeah,
you get the feeling it'll be kind of two different fights, but it really depends what attitude Babs and MatP have turned up to this. If they feel like, this season hasn't gone my way, we'll go again next time, we'll accept relegation. Then, I would expect it to kind of turn into two separate battles, a bit like we had with the
yeah,
Killian Steg MSR Rob match yesterday.
yeah,
But if
yeah.
either of them has really gone, right, I need something, I need a win. I need a
Yeah,
big
I need a
standout result.
consolation victory. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I would say Jaffa and Leo are better players than Babs and Matt P, but um the golf is
In the league sort of
definitely,
speaks for itself a little bit.
yeah, but I think the golf can be bridged. I don't think it's a done deal. It's not like, you know, they're playing against a Boz or an Epos. These people
No,
are beatable.
no. Yeah,
Um
I mean,
if
we're talking like Babs and Matt P aren't all actually great players. I mean, they're both
yeah,
in good focus, both proved themselves over EMC in multiple seasons. They're both definitely got the talent and the pace for it.
yeah, and
It
last
might just
season
come down to
Babs looked exceptionally good in BIPL. He's
yeah,
had a bit of a tough time of it this season, unfortunately.
yeah. I'm not
Um,
sure if it's maybe just the maps don't suit him quite as much, or if he hasn't had as much time. But yeah, I think last season it was him and Jorday battling out for fourth or
sixth
fifth,
place in
sixth place.
front of Jaffa, interestingly.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, they never end up racing each other because I think it was for 1 week where Babs
It
was
was
away.
the one where no
So
one could play.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was this amazing looking match, and then two of the four players couldn't make it. And it's like, that is unfortunate there.
Yeah. So I think we might be about to get started here. We'll have a. Oh, they're just going into the warm up. Um, well, I'll just check if everyone's ready actually, because I
Yeah,
think Leo
that would
said
be
that he was
handy.
going away for a bit.
He has said he's back, but
Okay.
yeah, hopefully we haven't put things too far behind. It'll
Hopefully.
work out.
That would be tradition for us to throw a spanner in the works, though. It's
I'm
usually
such a
our
great
stream.
organizer, I'd never make a mistake like that. No.
No, we'll bend the entire event around us.
Yeah,
Two
yeah,
admins on stream, like you can't argue with that.
exactly.
Presumably, Leo and Babs are ready. They are both driving. I'll wait until they finish this one, and then we'll do a restart, and we'll be into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will be honest. On the second monitor, I am going to have
the other game on.
the Boz Hendo Josh Davino match.
Yeah, I mean that is looking like it's going to be the decider.
Yeah, Hendo is currently last.
Oh.
Davino, well, he was second until I think it'll still just be second after that -10. Yeah, separated by tiny margins over there. I think that'll be an absolute belter of a match. But we are going into warm up here.
I would love to see Davino pick up the win on that though.
Oh, good! You imagine really the chatting that'll happen. You'll never hear the end of it from anyone.
Yeah, anyone involved.
For sure.
Hopefully, I've set the right thing recording there, and they are going into their last warm up. We will be live, starting off on Creel, the Kerberos map.
Yep.
And then, so this week we are looking at 2 slightly easier maps in rotation. So last week, or last round, I should say, I feel like we had the 2 hardest maps in rotation. We had Drowsy and then
having Drowsy and Creel.
And Creel on the same week.
Man, I'd agree that God is probably harder than Nina. It's
yeah, I think it is. I think it's got. I don't want to say janky because it's not, but it's slightly less traditional comp style turns, etc., etc. But yeah, I think we are about to go live here.
Yeah, we will be getting underway with match 1 of the final week of BIPL. Who will draw first blood here? We have 2 people gunning to try and stay in the top division. And we have 2 people trying to see if they can move further up the table. Not quite in the relegation zone for Leo and Jaffa. Few points clear. But they still want a good result here. Try and get away with it.
I mean, I think it may still be, I could be completely wrong, but it may still be possible if they get a bad result here for them to not have a safe position and have to reseed next season.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a lot more difficult to work out all the permutations when you have 2 matches in one go. It's a lot easier when it's like there's 1 match left. They're only going to get like 4 points, but with fastest lap now, it's a lot more difficult. We see Jaffa going for a different line there. Is it going to give him the speed to catch up to Leo? It's going to be close, but I think Leo will hold on to start off the match, dropping a 56-7.
Nice.
I know we're gonna expect better stuff in Division 1 than Division 2, but the kind of best times we saw from Killian, one of the players who's really looking good for promotion from Division 2, was a 57-1. So
yeah,
seeing a 56-7 driven immediately shows there is some good pace here from Leo, and also Jaffa only being 600 behind, but we get underway in the second round here.
Oh, Jaffa with a no slide. And he hits the inside there on the
casualty.
Yeah. So, I mean, that could be the deciding factor between the 2 of them, is picking up the fastest lap on this first rotation. And Jaffa has lost 2 attempts at that now. So Leo looks like could be on track to get that extra point. He gets it nicely through there as MatP hit the wall.
Not quite. There's a really ugly exit you can get in Creel where it forces you really far to the outside when you can't really make the chicane properly, and it often looks worse than it is in terms of the amount of time you lose. But it's still pretty costly. Leo will be looking to pick up another win, fairly unchallenged.
Oh,
he really tried to throw it. He hits the finish. He does Killian's infamous move, and he's probably cost himself a chance of improving his fastest lap record there. Very, very strange incident to go and make.
Quite possibly, and we see Babz and MatP fighting out for second and third there.
Indeed.
MatP possibly in the fight to try and not be the lowest ranked Matt as well.
Of course, he has a very, very important battle against MatP.
MatP and I don't want to name reveal someone. So and someone else.
Oh yeah, there is another Matt.
There is another Matt. So,
Indeed. Babz here, unfortunately, in 4th with this round. So we have 3 up front: Leo, Jaffa, and MatP in third. Leo and Jaffa battling it out here. Leo and Jaffa go for slightly different lines going through this final section. I think Leo goes for the inside line, Jaffa goes outside, so we'll see how much speed can he try and catapult himself out with here. It's a bit, but it's not enough. It's not going to catch Leo there. Leo drives another 56.7. I dare say that's probably the pace he was on the round where he hit the risky finish as well. I think he lost about 2/10 from his little ballerina maneuver.
Yeah, and as we move into the last round on Creel here, it is Jaffa's last chance to try and pick up that extra fastest lap point. I think this is the first time I've seen Jaffa all season, so I'm not too sure what his pace is like on here. It says on the right hand side that he does have 5 when he's previously played on this server, and we see, was that Leo touch? Was that Babz?
Indeed, that is Leo behind him. Looks like Leo isn't going to make a full clean sweep going through Creel here. He is going to drop some points. Question is, he's only 2/10 behind, and he has shown so much pace. Can he catch up? He's got Babz inside first.
Reeled Babz in.
Next. Meanwhile, MatP and Jaffa at the front.
MatP could really do with a win here.
Yeah.
Just to set himself apart from Babz.
Yeah, he is currently 4th in the match. Jaffa gets the outside line to work there. But it's going to throw MatP into second.
56.9. So Leo does pick up that fastest lap point, but
he does.
For his trouble, he does also get a -10 this round.
Yeah, but it's going to cost him a bit. As we wrap up on Creel, fast lap will go the way of Leo, picking up the first point of this match. And he has established himself as the firm favourite from that initial set of rounds, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I would have said just in terms of consistency as well. And for some reason, we are on the mind map. What is going?
I do not know. I think the admins are working on it. It's a classic. No one can use a jukebox.
Yes, we are on the Shrek
Is Leo's skin gonna work? Yet, or are we stuck with random country skin?
He's working for me. He's a boomer. He's a boomer.
Oh, it's updating.
Yeah, it's working.
He had the Afghanistan car skin, which I didn't know existed. It's a bit random. I see the players warming up here. I will try and check in on the insane match between Josh, Babz, Hendo, and Davino, where I think Davino is still second.
Oh,
which is incredible. My guy's going to lose to Jaffa and then beat any of those 3. It'd be the most Vinky storyline I've ever seen.
It's absolutely just classic Vinky.
Yeah, he's just so chaotic. I absolutely love it.
I'd love to see them together and take second place there, or even first. But yeah, it's just that is a classic thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be so happy for him if he picks up any points from that game, because it's such a tough matchup that he's ended up with.
It is, yeah.
You can definitely.
Whereabouts is Josh at the moment? Then?
I can't see because we're currently on cams switching back. I think him and Hendo are pretty close. Quick chat saying Hendo Mental is more in the bin than Josh, so I'm guessing those two aren't having their finest game. But anyway, we will turn our attention to here where
Babz and Leo both hit the wall within the first 10 seconds. Amazing.
Nice.
I'll
be honest, I did a lot of map testing for this map. I don't think I ever looked at the starting section as a place where you can make mistakes. That has surprised me there to see 2 people going there. We see slightly different lines from MatP and Jaffa going for drift. I think that has worked better for Jaffa. Leo is trying to catch up to the battle at the front, but isn't quite there yet.
Now finds himself half a second down, and MatP finds himself 0.2 adrift of Jaffa at the top.
Jaffa no, he doesn't.
All through the chicanes.
Jaffa goes into the plastic. Leo gets an absolute belter of a line through there, and now After that, Leo finds himself in the lead.
Leo's hit
He
the wall.
touches the wall. He resets. MatP wasn't even having a great line, but he does make the finish. There's going to be a very, very happy Irishman there with Babz somehow coming second after hitting the first wall. He declares her. MatP declares her.
Leo still takes third.
Leo still
what
takes
did Jaffa
third.
do? Oh my
What?
god. Okay. Well, fair enough.
I feel like it's a rule that has to be one absolute chaos round, and we're just getting it out of the way early. A 101.8, absolute belter of a fast lap time. That will fall.
Nah, we'll see if that holds. I reckon there's a bit more chaos to come here.
Yeah, I feel like you're often going to see the players at their best with the way the format works currently. You're going to see them at their best on Creel because, you know, that's been in rotation the whole time. This map is a bit newer. People perhaps not as practiced. Especially those who had seed, and it was very important to do a good job in that first week.
Creel as much. Well, Jaffa
Jaffa
hits the wall.
hits the wall.
Finds himself back in last here. Babz clips the inside on that drift.
Yep.
And finds himself back in last now.
We've almost got a weird repeat of last time. MatP and Leo at the top. Can Leo? Can he hold it together? Can he not do a Killian?
Boomers on anything that isn't tech.
He makes
He's managed it.
He makes it. MatP goes incredibly safe. Just wants to cross the line. We see a 1 second improvement in the fastest lap. Who could have foreseen that after the previous round, honestly?
Yeah. And it's not a bad time
No
for
way.
109. But I mean, even between Leo in 8th and 9th, and the times that we were seeing off Boz last week, there's still such a big difference. I mean, a 109 from Leo, very good time, but we were seeing, I think, Boz on his first round on this last week dropped to a 106 or a 5 or something against Acros. It was very impressive. I'm not too sure what people's PBs are looking like on this one. It looks like Leo is fairly well trained on it. He's got the consistency of, well, he's got the edge on consistency over everyone else so far.
That's not saying that too soon.
I forgot about
It's a 50% success rate, but I think that goes as the best score of anyone.
He has the most consistency through most of the map.
Yeah, until you get to this bit, but we see Jaffa getting a very nice line. On the dirt, it's going to be a tight battle between Leo and Jaffa. Both opting to go a little inside on the dirt. It has caught out so many people, I can understand that. Leo wins round from Jaffa. Matt and
saying
Babz.
he loves wood. Understandable.
Yeah.
MatP gives up his second place. Well, joint second now.
Yeah.
As we go into the last round on Gone, and Leo currently still with the fastest lap here with an 09. Oh, and we're getting a little bit of Scottish ins there from Jaffa.
We got Jaffa and Babz in this one, so...
oh, Lord.
Although the first to drop behind will be the Italian. He falls behind.
The dreaded spaghetti on the inside.
You had to make it around faster.
Leo.
Oh, Babz does not get that drift nicely. He's out of it. We're left with Jaffa and Leo at the front of the pack here.
Babz is going to be at risk here of completely losing sight of MatP. Oh, okay, maybe not.
What, I'm not going to question what MatP just did at the back. Oh, no. Jaffa... I got my hotkeys wrong. Damn it. Leo and Jaffa, very tight here.
Jaffa pushes the dirt more, he's going to have more.
He does. He's going to have more speed. Is it going to work out where it's going to be super close? And it is!
Ooh.
Sniping
Not
Leo.
enough for the fastest lap, but enough to
Not quite,
snipe
but
the
he
victory
does snipe the victory away by 25 thousandths of a second. Tiny winning margins there. But a potentially important round, well, very important round for Jaffa. His direct opposition on points finishes last while he gets a win. And a gap of 0 points turns into a gap of 10 points.
10 between each of second, third, and fourth. 61, 51,
Indeed.
41 as we head back onto... No, we don't. We don't head on reel. The entire jukebox.
Yeah, but jukebox is broken.
Messed up somehow.
Yay! Oh, it's an unfortunate classic. I will give a check info of the other game that's going on. In first place is Babz, to the shock of absolutely no one, with a 30-point advantage. Okay.
70?
30.
30. Oh, right, okay.
Which is a bit nuts. In second place is Jock now, Divino third, and Hendo fourth. However, Divino had a bad round there, Hendo had a good round, and it's going to pull those two equal on points. With Josh extending his second place a little more comfortably.
Well, it looks like, unfortunately, the deciding game has fallen a little bit flat. Hendo was
he was
going to challenge Babz this season.
Yeah,
but,
it's
oh well, it's just classic BIPL things. Babz just turns up.
Exactly.
So.
During the season, well, the period of time where I think EPOS have been on incredible form recently off the back of winning Beacon, it's a bit sad that he didn't get the opportunity to play in this one. He's just had too many other comps going on and stuff, so it's understandable.
Yeah, yeah, it's fair enough. Fancy a change. But,
I'm always up for a Babz versus EPOS battle, so hopefully we get that in. Hopefully in British and Irish Professional Cup when that comes around.
Cup. Yes.
Wait,
or
it is
maybe
in the works.
League season 2.
You would know
Question
more.
Mark. I do not know.
I don't know more either. I just chat on there as well. But we get underway here on the final map here. 2 fast lap points have already gone the way of Leo. He'll be looking for, can he do the clean sweep?
Yeah, so we go back on to Nino, which we haven't seen since the first week.
Yeah, since seeding and week 1 matches.
Seeding and week 1. Well, round 1, yeah. Definitely the easiest in the map pack.
Agreed.
But by no means that makes it any worse. It is still a great track. It's mime, obviously, cooking as usual.
For sure.
So
slightly heavier on tech. There's 4 tech turns, which isn't absurd, but they make quite a big difference here. So
yeah,
perhaps that is showing.
We see Leo winning.
Leo in first. Babz actually going to snipe Jaffa right at the end there by a fine margin, provided some important points for Babz if he wants to try and catch up to MatP, slicing that gap from 10 points down to 4 there.
Yeah, MatP, unfortunately, they're picking up another last place, 0.4 off the pace. And 4 points between them now at the bottom.
Yeah, it could well come down to Nina here if MatP is looking exceptionally shaky. Then we'll see how it goes, but obviously can't take it all from one round.
Leo goes really wide.
Leo was going nowhere near the line there. He went on a little adventure. And everyone else now has some opportunity to make up a few points.
Yeah, we see MatP challenging for first here, although Jaffa with a 0.15 lead gets a little bit of a loss of grip over that. Although MatP doesn't capitalise on it. We'll see how they go through this drift. MatP looks like he overdrifts
I would say
slightly, but that's a great line actually. Ignore what I'm saying.
It's an odd drift. It can look like you're doing bad, but it is actually working out. The gap is down to only about a 10.5 now. But that is a lot to make up on last drift, where Jaffa is going to get it well, and he will hold on. Pick up a round win here. Try and close the points gap to Leo a bit if he is still looking up that way. But considering him and MatP were equal on points just a few rounds ago, he'll be quite happy that that gap has gone up to 17 points now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jaffa getting a little bit closer to challenging Leo here. We could see a 1-2 battle as well as a 3-4 battle instead of the 2-3 and 2-3 battle and someone at the back. But
you might have jinxed him. It was Jaffa. Yep, straight into the wall there. We are once again going to have 3 players at the front. Seems pretty doomed, but that will always be the case. Leo and Babz are having a pretty monumental scrap. MatP still in there, jumps very wide there.
Seems to kind of work out for him.
It
Well,
kind
it
of
goes wide over
does.
the
I
grass.
think it was more a case of Babz's line not working out well, though.
He's hit the outside.
He clips the outside. It's going to be a good opportunity for Babz to make up some points. Leo.
Yeah.
Also probably
Leo
gonna look
really pushes the outside.
Yeah, perhaps he's trying to secure the fast lap point. A couple of rounds left here. What he said though. 0.6 current one. And he drives 0.7. Okay, so doesn't extend it, but still has the fast lap point.
Seems to be relatively consistent around that 0.7 region. Looks trained, Leo does.
Yeah, the gap between him and Jaff, which had kind of shrunk to 15 points, has now widened again to 25. And the gaps in the middle of the table getting bigger. MatP and Babz only a few points apart, but
Jaffa
having
a
very early incident again. That's unfortunate.
Another 3-horse race then.
Yeah, very unfortunate for the Scottish player. I don't think MatP and Babz will be complaining about it.
Definitely not.
That does bring him closer towards that battle.
Yeah, MatP only 14 points off Jaffa. Jaffa picks up a -10 here, and MatP can get a decent result instead of a 3rd place that he's currently in. That will quickly disappear. Although I can hear Jaffa's engine in my ears.
Right behind. How well will he get that drift? Not quite enough to make up the gap to MatP, but everyone kind of flying in a nice line here. I take it back. Jaffa goes into the wall again. Can't really blame him. He's hard to push.
Babz internet. I thought he'd hit the wall there.
Yep.
But nope.
Oh, Babz!
Oh, Babz!
Oh.
Super wonky over that final jump.
Yeah, gets a nose down. Oh, that is absolutely gutting.
And that
really looked like it's going to be a
round.
It really looked like it was going to be a. Oh yeah, of course, Leo will pick up all the points there.
It's unfortunate for Babz. I think he finds himself slipping a little bit further behind now. As again,
the jukebox is wrong
for no reason. Thank you, jukebox. We are back on Creel, one where again Leo looked fairly comfortable, but Jaffa, I think just looking at Jaffa's pace on the right hand side here, he's under local records at least, he does have the pace for a 0.5, but just didn't seem to be able to pull it out in rounds in the first rotation of this map. So we'll see whether he can do it now that the pressure's off, in that you don't need to get fastest laps. We'll see whether he can start stringing together some faster times.
He'll be hoping he can do a little better than his warm up.
Yeah.
Both Jaffa and MatP
Same for Leo.
crashed.
Leo's 12 seconds.
Good stuff. Babz trying to win the warm up here.
It's just a real confidence boost for him.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I did always like it. I much preferred coming in having had a good warm up, as Babz does hit wall and DNS. It's always nice having a good warm up to go into, rather than if you crash in warm up, then it's already like you're feeling scared, and you're feeling shaky through that section of the track.
Yeah. We go into the first round of the second rotation on Creel.
Indeed. This match,
and we could
very
see
much
Babz slip into last chance. Sorry,
I think it's very likely we see Babz go into last chance here. Possibly within the first couple of rounds. He's going to need a little more consistent. He's going to need to be aiming for first or second places to keep himself out of last chance here on Creel. But it's not starting out well for him. Jaffa and Leo at the front, MatP and Babz behind.
And Babz loses the gear on that drift, which puts him behind MatP. Not too sure what the gap is.
Yeah.
His internet's playing up a little bit. Oh, and a wonky line out of the penalty stand as well. Finds himself half a second adrift, maybe a little bit more, 1.2 seconds adrift. And it's going to be the battle at the top that's worth looking at here. Jaffa ahead by around about 0.1 so far. He goes wide, Leo goes inside.
He's going to go for that line. This looks like it has worked this time
Jaffa.
around for Jaffa. It's by a tiny margin, but it's going to depend.
Who's
Leo
gonna
gets
go
more
closest?
inside.
Leo,
Leo holds on by 6,000ths of a second there.
And a great time
And
as well.
two incredible times.
56.59.
Either of those would have taken fastest lap had it been driven first
comfortably,
rotation.
yeah.
0.5's impressive stuff.
Unfortunately, too late for either of them to challenge picking up another fastest lap point.
Yeah, points are locked in at this point. But Leo and Jaffa looking the stronger players here. Babz is down to 6 points. He needs at least a second to stay out of last chance. And dropping the gear there is not how you want to start that. As he does find himself adrift in 4th place.
Yeah, he's got an uphill battle from here. One key out of the penalty sand again, a little bit slow. And again, MatP finds himself just, 0.2 adrift of the top, but comfortably taking home a 3rd place here.
Yeah. Leo enters the section ahead this time. Jaffa goes full outside. I don't know how he didn't touch her. Can he carry with speed? Not quite. By tiniest of margins, Leo stays ahead.
And another good time from both of them there.
Oh, yeah.
Both with 0.6s.
Again, the pace being laid down between these two is very, very impressive.
And Babz does enter last chance here. Unfortunately.
Yeah. He'll be hoping to avoid it, but... And Jaffa and Leo have both given him a bit of a lifeline, both from crashing the first complex of corners. You did from the other game.
Oh, MatP loses.
Oh,
Babz has hit the wall.
Oh, Babz, no. Okay, you still have speed. You can hold on. You can hold on here. You still got Jaffa behind, but you're going to need some decent pace here. A mistake in front.
Yeah, Jaffa's zooming. He's got much more speed out of that precision section. Babz has got to hold on here.
Oh, and he goes
Babz.
into the light pillar. Pushing for all it's worth, and it doesn't pay off. Babz will find himself making an early exit from this game. That is unfortunate. Nothing this season has quite got his way, it feels like.
No.
And
I
think
MatP picking up a victory.
Yeah, that is important battle with Jaffa. Over in the other match, Divino has unfortunately been eliminated 4th. No upset from him there, but Josh and Hendo in double last chance. And Hendo goes out 3rd. Josh beats Hendo.
Yeah, I believe Hendo was the first of the two to enter into last chance.
Yep, but that is it done.
Couldn't cling on for too long.
Babz, Boz now needs to try not to bottle a 56-point lead with Josh in last chance. I think he'll cope.
I think he might manage that.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's going to be tight, but... Yeah. Oh, Matt clips on the fragile, but he survives. He's only about 0.2 down despite that mistake. But once again, we have Leo versus Jaffa up front. We've had it on 3 out of 4 rounds on the 2nd rotation. Super close rounds. They always end up going way of Leo.
Yeah, we'll see if the outside line for Jaffa pays off this time. It doesn't seem to have so far.
I didn't exit it with... Yeah, he didn't get it bang on, and it has not worked. Both, well, 0.6 like and 0.7 there.
Seems like taking it safer is better.
Yeah, I think
unless
Jaffa,
you can full risk the outside. It just doesn't
pay
off as much.
Might be feeling a little hard done by this map, though. He's lost
Leo
by tiny margins to Leo there. Could easily have knocked 12 points off Leo and, well, given himself a boost of 12 points. The swing has gone completely against what he would have wanted.
Yeah, I mean, Leo just seems to have stepped up the pace on that. Oh, we're on the wrong bloody map again. Yeah, you got a feel for Jaffa. Probably could have felt like he could have won a lot of rounds on that one, but I mean, Leo just decided to step up his pace from the first rotation by a consistent 0.2.
Yeah, he was driving 0.7, but I was complimenting that to begin with, and he looks at me, it's like 0.2s. That's a bit meh.
Yeah,
we can do better than that.
As we go back onto Gone, which
Yeah,
Who this favoured beforehand, but...
even if it's not the final map of the match, I get the feeling this will be where second and third gets determined for sure. MatP only on 3 points. Anything but a victory will send him directly into last chance.
Yeah,
and
2 rounds and he's
on
in
16.
Anyway, yes.
2 third places, and you know he's at risk. It's certainly not a done deal.
Yeah.
MatP versus Jaffa here. If MatP does want to try and survive, it is a monumental task for him.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
second place here, I think it
would be nice to see him cling on, but it's yeah, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult for him to try and make a great escape. Just having a check of the leaderboard now and seeing exactly how it's going to look for him. Yeah. he'll need to do well in his next. He'll need to do well in his next match, but he is up against MatP and Sean, so honestly, he could be on for 2 seconds here, and that maybe if other results go his way. I'm not 100% sure, but it could help out there.
Could work out for him. Would work out for him.
We'll have to see. It's going to require a great stint from him to get in front of Jaffa here. A drive like his life depends on it, I think.
Or
as we get underway, Leo
really goes too
with
wide
the
on
early
that
lead.
drift. All relatively close. All sort of within 0.1. Jaffa with a better drift there than MatP, just gets much more speed. But Leo out the front here by
pretty significant margin.
Yeah. MatP pushes the dirt a lot more than Jaffa.
Yeah, it's still relatively close. We've seen some mistakes on this section. Oh, Jaffa just threads the needle, gets away with it, and Jaffa is now hunting down Leo, really trying to reduce his point loss. Is Leo going to survive his outside dirt? It has cost him before. He goes very inside. We're going to see Jaffa with more speed approaching Leo. Is it going to be enough? No! 4,000 for the second. Oh, that is very frustrating for Jaffa, who I don't think would have minded a cheeky -2 there. But that is making... it's going to look very intimidating for MatP here.
Yeah, Jaffa's kind of saved himself because he's got 2 rounds here that guarantees into last chance. I mean, even if he picks up 3rd place here, he's still got another round.
Indeed,
so
but
he
also looks quick. And I worry, regardless of consistency, it's going to be a pace difference. And already MatP is about 3 attempts down. He's going to now be relying on a crash from one of Jaffa and Leo. And there we have it! Leo clips. Perhaps not cast a curse with him. That was more like Jaffa crashes as well. Sure.
They're all
Why not? Why not?
MatP parting the Red Sea here, gets straight into
that would be a very important result though, because wait, no, I did the maths wrong. Ignore me. I forgot Leo was 2 seconds behind.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like that's gonna leave Jaffa on 1 point. No, it's not.
Nope. But it
MatP,
will leave him. Well,
4
yeah.
points?
So 4 points. So in the next round, he will need
a win or last chance, and Jaffa lose that first opportunity to try and close this down. I mean, Leo also didn't help Matt. There we see him frontling across into the safe finish there, 10 seconds down.
Oh,
not
there's
his
flickering on the pole. Why didn't we fix the flickering on the pole?
Oh no!
That's awful.
This map went through about 6 iterations. I don't think it needs any more. I think we'll go.
So, can MatP pull off the great escape here and pick up a 2nd place?
We'll see. He'll need to make it at least 2 more rounds.
Seems to be off to a half decent start. Jaffa has to lift on the drift. MatP is there he goes.
He clips the grass though. Not the most costly place in crash, in all honesty. You're losing speed anyway there. So he only finds himself about 2 tenths down. But once again, he's going to be waiting for a mistake. And he got lucky last time. He had both players in front of him crash. Is it going to happen again this time?
Leo Jaffa saves the dirt this time.
Yeah, Leo gets better outside. If Jaffa has the scoreboard open, then he'll be looking at this going, you know, just hold it together. Just be safe.
Just take it easy.
Just get that 2nd place.
Make it to the finish.
You'll fight
Nobody
heroes with
hits
Matt.
the dirt. Are we going to see a clip on the outside that gets on the finish?
Nope. And MatP
And
does
we
find
see
himself
MatP,
eliminated in third. I think he will have been hoping for a little more there against Jaffa. I
Yeah,
think
I
all the
mean,
players here will have been hoping for a little more outside of Leo, who has
yeah.
a 50-point lead, having beat Jaffa by about 1 frame cumulatively across 4 rounds. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's
Every,
just these
like,
are...
nail biter round always went the way of Jaffa, and I wonder how close the match could have been. Perhaps if it didn't go that way. But with Leo on 50 points and Jaffa on last chance, I don't think there's a huge amount to fight for here. The amount of consecutive rounds when Jaffa would need, I'm trying to do the maths now, 8, I think he'd need to... Yeah, he needs to make it comfortably back onto Creel. It's a bit bonkers. Basically, when Leo does look to have had the measure of him here on this track, even if it's by tiny margins.
Oh, you say that.
Will this be a nice victory lap for Leo? Or is Jaffa gonna keep fighting? It's a victory lap, Leo.
Flips? Or goes too wide?
I think he went too inside and the nose of his car bounced up. I'll lose him a fair amount of time. Leo just needs to survive this outside dirt.
Oh,
he holds it together.
Close,
he goes, that is not a Chris dirt. As they have been dubbed. I think he might have clipped the outside there, but it doesn't matter.
This is a clean sweep for him as well.
Yep. 3 fast lap points. Victory on 50 points remaining. Very, very impressive performance there. And I'll be excited to see how his next game goes against Sox, Josh, and Nobody. That'll be at 9. I'm not sure where it'll be streamed, but it will be streamed somewhere.
Give me 2 seconds. I will check for our lovely viewers. It is on Epos's stream, which I didn't realise we were having. So yeah, you can go watch on Epos's stream.
He volunteered.
So, yeah.
Why not?
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of close there between MatP and Jaffa points. MatP and Babz also close at points. However, one person who it was never close with was Leo there.
Yeah, looked comfortable the whole way through, basically. I think the other 3 players going into it, they probably would have expected the positions that they were in. Maybe you could have argued that Babz and Matt have been the other way around, but I think the way that MatP played, I think he would be disappointed that he didn't pick up a 2nd place in the end.
Yeah, I think it was possible for him, and
yeah,
I think with that, unless he wins the next game, it's almost certain he'll be going down. Unfortunately, relegation in the series pretty brutal with 6 people going down, but
yeah,
just the nature of how things worked out.
Yeah. Do they? Oh, that now I'm gonna show my lack of knowledge of the seeding. But if you are relegated, do you have the option to go for seeding back into Div 1, or are they permanently?
You'll be sent straight into seeding. You're not even guaranteed to spot in Div 2. So
we could see some of them back in Div 1 next season, but there's no guarantee. No guarantee.
Yep. Right, we have results in from the whole of Div 2 as well, which I might as well just chat through as we have them in.
Yeah, I'll paste ours
in. In match 1, Octo beat out Codder. I was chatting to Codder last night, and he was kind of trying to work out if there's any way to still get promoted. He was talking up his chances, so I think he'll be disappointed to have been beaten by Octo there, who picks up 2 fast laps, new player to BIPL, and I think under the radar, he's actually had an exceptionally good season. That's his 2nd win on the bounce.
Wow.
With 2 second places in his previous 2 games. And he's going into the last game. That's going to be a belt of a match. Octo, Steg, Rebel, and Coops. I think that'll be on your Costo stream.
Yes. Stream.
Elsewhere, Coops has beaten out Eli ahead of Burnt Bagels and Palabara in match 2. And OC gets a clean sweep of 15 points ahead of Rebel.
Wow.
GNU Guy and Darklight. Darklight not performing there as well as I would have expected. I think he's had some good matches.
Yeah,
I think not going his way. In the Div 2
would have liked to have
leaderboard.
seen some more ice.
Yeah.
I believe he is a ice player, possibly.
He is. Yeah, he's a very good ice player. Him and Burnt Bagel are really going to be gunning for more ice in BIPL next season, I imagine.
But yeah, I mean, there's a couple of people who I think possibly just not had time to play quite as much as they would, or practice quite as much as they would have hoped. I think Bagels is someone who, judging on his performance last season, I would have put right up in, fourth or fifth in Div 2,
Yeah.
possibly challenging for a promotion spot. And I think, yeah, it's possibly that he's just not had quite enough time.
Despite the best result he's had this entire season in terms of matches, has been third. He's managed to pick up 3 fastest lap points, which I think sums him up as a player quite nicely.
Yeah.
That's an exotic way of distributing your points, I guess. Whatever.
I mean, I'd kind of showing what the fastest lap thing is there for. It's for players like that who are, a bit maybe less consistent, but we still want to encourage people to have a go at getting points in other ways rather than just full safing everything and just go full blast. Yeah, it's good to see. Good to see him pick up some points. Yeah, we are. So I believe our next game that we're looking at is basically the Div 2 decider. Well, the title decider anyway.
Yeah, it will be. I will have. Give me 2 seconds. I will have the Div 2 leaderboard up.
Yes, so we
there we go.
have got Koza, OC, Killian, and Eli. So yeah, we've got the 2 at the top.
Indeed,
Killian consistently getting 14 points. We'll see if we can pick up 14 points this week.
Very consistent there. Whereas slight differences mostly. 15, 15, 13, 15. 3 perfect matches though is pretty impressive. I know he was really hoping for Div 1 this season. He'll be in Div 1 next season. I think I haven't looked at the actual maths of the situation, but I'm fairly certain those 2 are now locked in.
Unless they don't bother turning up for either of their last matches.
Yeah, genuinely. If they don't show up and Steg wins, maybe his final match. But
oh, hold on. Dansky's joined my match. I don't think he's in this one.
Oh, believe you'd have fun with the admin stuff there. Steg. So yeah, unfortunately, not really a big promotion battle. We have 2 at the top, but I think that'll be a really tight battle to see who actually gets win. Beneath them in the table, Steg and Octo. He's really come out of nowhere, this guy.
He has, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people seen him around.
I saw him in BISC,
and stuff like that. And BISC
Spring Cup of all things, where I was surprised how good he was looking. Of course, not the peak of competitive Trackmania, the Spring Cup. No offense, Doc.
Whoa. No, none taken at all. Yeah, it's one that sort of transformed over the years that it's been running from kind of trying to look for mapping talent
into just pure chaos.
Madness.
And
I feel like we found
so
the mapping
happy
talent in Jordan.
Yeah, we got Jordan, we got Gilo. Now we move on with our lives.
Yeah, because I think we had first season we had maps from Jordan, like early maps from Jordan and V Kearns, VKR and NZ.
Oh yeah, Kern's not a player I've seen in a little while.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like there you go, there's your new mappers, and now we'll start building just madness. Anyway, yeah,
exactly. That's my contribution anyway. If anyone had ever seen any of my tracks, don't.
Oh, well, Cliffs of Dover's a classic. That is a stone cold.
That's kind of like so bad it's good. It's like when you're watching, a truly awful film and you're like, this is so good.
Yeah,
like genuinely, one of the most enjoyable films I've watched, Twilight. I have never laughed at a film so much as that.
Oh my god!
Absolutely.
I thought you were gonna whack out the room with Tommy Wiseau there for a second, which is just it's the worst. But, yeah, I believe we have about 10 minutes until we go into our Div 2 deciding game. So
yeah, sorry, I've been about 17 messages from OC in the chat.
Babz.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
Um,
It wouldn't
yeah.
be BIPL without OC chatting. So
Oh
yeah.
God, no. He's part of the furniture now. Just OC's keyboard. Yeah, we'll throw to a quick break here as that match wrapped up a little tighter, and we will be back with OC versus Killian versus Koza and someone else.
Eli.
Eli.
Don't forget Eli. You never know.
No. You know,
He said that he hasn't practiced much, but we'll see.
Right, he says that, and he's 8th in the table.
8th?
Yeah, very respectable.
Wow,
Okay,
yeah.
second in his
For a
last
first
game.
timer,
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
not bad at all. Right.
Nice.
We will be back shortly.
We'll be back.